Hello folks, this is Aitanajha from InspiredRise.com and today we have the LeEco LE1S smartphone here with us for a full review of the same. So guys, let's begin. The LE1S comes with a 5.5-inch Full HD display, 1920x1080p display, and the display is sufficiently saturated and bright. And if you look at it, the sides have a black kind of bar. Let's just see it on an application which is kind of white, so you can see the sides have a black kind of bar, but it still does look a little bit bezel-less when you use it on a normal basis, and the phone does look pretty solid in hand. The display is quite visible even in direct sunlight conditions. On the back of the smartphone, we have the fingerprint sensor, the camera module, the flash, and you also have some FCC markings over here. And on the left hand side of the smartphone, we get the SIM tray slot. This has the Nano-SIM and the Micro-SIM, but no micro SD card support. On the front, you have the 5-megapixel front camera and a proximity sensor. And on the right hand side, you have the power button as well as the volume rocker. So that's it. And on the top, you have the 3.5mm jack. And you also get a small infrared sensor. And on the bottom of the smartphone, you have the USB Type-C connector along with one speaker grill, and another one is just shown for maybe aesthetic design purposes. Only one of them emits the actual sound. The bottom has capacitive buttons which show up when pressed. Talking about what's under the hood, so this smartphone comes with a Mediatek Helio chipset, Helio X10 chipset, and clocked in at 2.16 GHz. This was Mediatek's flagship processor, and it comes with an octa-core processor. As can be seen, the CPU clock can go from 403 MHz to 2.16 GHz. It is powerful, really powerful. 5.5-inch, 3 GB of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. It comes with Android 5.0.2 out of the box, so no marshmallow update as of now. And during our heating tests and temperature tests also, we found out that the smartphone did not heat up too much. It heated up to around 40 degrees or so. Even when you're charging the battery of the smartphone, then also the smartphone does heat up to quite some extent. But the truth is that it is quick charging. It charges from around 15% to around 100% in 1 or 1.5 hours. So that's why the quick charge causes the battery to heat up somewhat. And these are all of the list of sensors which are present on the smartphone. So it does not have a gyroscope, so no VR on this one. And the adapter looks like this, LeTV written on it, the previous name of the company. And you have some more information over here which tells us that this is a 2 ampere adapter. And we also got a cable, the USB cable, USB to USB Type-C cable. So it just fits in snugly over here, and you have the USB Type-C cable. Insert it from any place whatsoever. And what's the major thing? The major thing is this: you need a adapter from the flat pin to the Indian style pin we use. This is a European style pin. You just have to connect it like this, and then you are ready to go. So these are all of the accessories that we got. We didn't get the box, so in case you have a box out there, or there are other unboxing videos already out there on YouTube for the LE1S, so you can see them. Let's just talk about the benchmarks on the smartphone, and we'll start off with the Antutu benchmark. So on the Antutu benchmark, we got a score of around 55,286, which is quite a respectable score. And in terms of ranking, it's above the official benchmark for LE1S, and around 55 to 86, so that's nice. And below the LG G4, but still really nice score on the benchmark considering that it's just a budget smartphone. On the Geekbench 3 benchmark, we got an awesome score of around 976 on the single core and 5348 on the multi-core score. And comparing it against others, it's way above the Galaxy S5, which was the previous smartphone. We got a score of around 59.9 frames per second on the Nina Mark II benchmark, which is also a very great score. On the Quadrant Standard benchmark, we scored around 24,975, which is also a very respectable score. We have already done a full gaming review of the LE1S, and you can see that it's being played right now. So you can check that link in the description below and watch the full gaming review. And just to remind you again, the phone didn't reach more than 40 degrees of temperature during our gaming review. That can also be attributed to the cold in Delhi right now. It's time for a 4K HD video playback test. So we have two videos. One is the 4K HD video at 60 frames per second, and one is normal 4K HD video. So normal 4K HD video is being played by hardware codec and no lag whatsoever, and feels really nice on the full HD display. The speaker is one over here. In case you just put your thumb over here, the audio would go away. So that's very annoying when you are playing games. It becomes like this. And this is not the speaker grill, this is just for design purpose. But it does not get muffled out when kept on a flat surface. So that's good. And let's just test the 60 FPS 4K HD video. So this also runs flawlessly without any lags. So in terms of performance, this smartphone is really great. Audio playback is seemingly okay on this device, and when kept on a flat surface also, the sound does not get muffled up. But in case you just place your hand on the speaker like this, then the sound does go away. So you have to be careful how you keep this smartphone in your pocket. And overall volume isn't that much. It's okay. This song is really heavy. It's made by us. So it's very heavy song, but still the maximum volume isn't that great. And in a noisy environment, you might miss a call or two in case you have your smartphone pegged in like this inside your pocket. Talking about the camera on the LeTV, you can see that we have few options. The back camera is a 13 megapixel camera. The back camera comes with face detection autofocus, so it takes just around 0.9 seconds to focus on anything. So okay enough, not the fastest focusing mechanism, but still really nice. Picture size, white balance, select ISO, contrast, etc. and sharpness, saturation, just these options, and you can have the option for photo panorama mode, photo mode, video mode and slow motion mode. So the maximum video that is supported on this one is 4K video. So it does support 4K video recordings. That's really great. And slow motion videos 720p 120 frames per second, and that's good. And talking about the image quality itself, the front camera is an absolute delight. 5 megapixel front camera. The saturation, sharpness, etc. comes out really nice, and it does apply a sort of beautification to the face. This is my morning face just after waking up, and still it looks okay enough. Not that great to be posted on social media, but still okay enough. And macro shots also came out nicely. And apart from this, few of the HDR shots that we took during daylight, so that much detail isn't visible here, but still overall it was able to salvage some detail, though it's not as great as many other cameras out there or a standalone camera phone like the Zenfone Zoom. And it was able to preserve the detail in the dark places also. Some of the detail is visible in the foliage, in the tree over here. It's not a tree, it's a money plant. Extremely sorry for that. And let's just move forward. And this is a panorama shot that we took from this camera. So this panorama shot came out pretty nice. And the good thing about this one is that the whole panorama shot has the detail. For example, the detail is not lost anywhere, and we haven't used a tripod for this one. We just used our hand for taking this panorama shot, and the whole panorama shot came out pretty sharp. So that's really great about the camera. And overall shots, even without HDR, came out pretty nice. Pictures taken at night. So this is a picture taken at night, and still some detail was visible, though there is noise here and there, but still some detail was visible. It's not the best low light camera, but okay enough. And when light sources varied, then also it was okay enough. The text is not entirely visible, which was on the screen or video was being rendered, but still decent for the price that you pay. An okay camera smartphone. It has a 3000 mAh non-removable battery, and it gives you around 3.5 hours of talk time on just 5 minutes of charging. So that's good. The quick charge feature on this really works. We went from 0 to 100 really quickly, even when doing our tests. The battery on this smartphone does last okay enough under moderate brightness settings, and when used under an average load, it just lasts barely up to the night. And in case you are a heavy user, then you would have to charge the smartphone around the evening or so. Call quality on the LeTV was excellent, and we were able to hear calls very nicely. We were able to hear the caller's voice very nicely, and on a scale of 10 we would rate it around 8.5. The device does support USB on the go, but you have to find the proper adapter for that, USB Type-C to USB adapter, and we have included the link to the right adapter in the description below. So we are testing the fingerprint sensor of the LeTV right now, and this is switched off, and So it works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't work. It works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't work. It's working right now. We have opened it 4 to 5 times in quick succession, and it's not a pressure based sensor, it's just a capacitive touch based sensor, and failed just now. So in around 10 times it would work flawlessly, around 7 to 8 times. But when the single time that it doesn't work, it becomes a pain. But still, it's a nice fingerprint sensor and it does work most of the times. Talking about EUI itself, it's very feature rich and offers a lot of themes and settings. As you can see, the overall multitasking window and the settings toggles are really different from that seen on stock Android also. And when you just long press it, you get option for widgets, themes and wallpapers. So if you go to themes, you have a lot of wide variety of selection. You can choose from the standard EUI theme, or you can just go on and select other themes. The multicolored theme, especially, it looks like MIUI 7. It looks like MIUI 7. So a lot of themes are present which can alter the look and feel of your smartphone. And one thing that we found out, that even when we cleared the memory, around 1.6 gigabytes or around 1.3 gigabytes was the standard that we got at any point of time, and not more than that. So the EUI is definitely a heavy skin and it does take some of the RAM and resources of the smartphone. On a day-to-day basis, the EUI is pretty easy to navigate and use, and you get a lot of options. System update also is okay enough. We are running on EUI 5.5 and maybe soon it would get the update to Android Marshmallow, but that would take some time. The LeEco LE1S is currently only available to buy through flash sales, and there is a very high demand for this smartphone. So it all boils down to the final question: should you buy this smartphone? So the answer to that would be a yes, depending upon the price range in which you are looking for a smartphone. In case you are looking for a smartphone in the price bracket of around 9,000 to around 15 to 16,000, then this is the smartphone that you should go for blindfolded. And in case you want a VR experience, then this is not the smartphone that you should go for. Then the Lenovo K4 Note is the smartphone that you should opt for. And in case you're someone who likes a lot of gaming on their smartphone, who likes a very nice saturated display, and someone who prefers a nice fingerprint scanner, then this is the smartphone then you should go for. So guys, this is all for our LeEco LE1S review. In case you like this video, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Aditya Rajha from InspiredToRise.com signing off, folks. Stay inspired to rise, and in case you want anything more answered regarding the LeEco LE1S, then don't forget to hit it in the comment section below.